Hello. Welcome to Inklings with Irena, the weekly energy show connecting you to your intuitive guidance system. So happy that you are here today. Want to take what to do instead of taking things so personally. I had a time coming up with a way to phrase this because it always throws me when someone says, oh, you know what, you're just taking things too personally. And if you've ever heard that before, drop an emoji in the comments below to let me know I'm not alone, especially if you've ever heard that phrase or that comment of, you know what you need to do? You need to develop a thicker skin. That frustrates me beyond belief. Oh my goodness, because there's something more going on. Hi, Cindy. Great to have you. I really feel that there's something going on more than just simply taking it personally. When you're an empath, it's so easy to get whacked out of the blue with an overwhelming feeling or emotion, and it can sometimes catch you off guard and you wonder, where did that come from? What's going on? And to give yourself a moment to pause and say, I'm really sensing in and feeling into this person's situation. It's kind of like that old phrase when they say, you never know until you walk a mile in someone else's shoes what they're going through. And I really feel that people who are empathic, they're really tuned into their intuition, they can feel into what it might be like, at least on a small scale, of what it's like to walk in someone else's shoes. And when you feel that, it's overwhelming. It's overwhelming, number one, because the person might be in a lot of pain and discomfort. And hello, Heather, great to have you. And it's overwhelming because it's not your energy. And when you have someone else's energy in your space, it is uncomfortable. I always akin it to going overseas and having to use other electrical outlets that are not the same voltage as our own here. And you might fry your appliance, or you find out, I can't even really get it to fit right. So when you are in that space, hi Alicia, great to have you, where you're taking on someone else's energy, literally, it is essentially what people say, you're taking it too personally. Yes, because I feel it. Here's a prime example. One of my clients is going through an adventure with her daughter, and her daughter was in some discomfort and pain, and she ended up with sympathy pains. My mom used to say that to me all the time, like, now I've got sympathy pains. Especially when it's someone we know and love and care for, we take it personally, yes, but we feel that pain. Hi, Pam, great to have you. So what does this mean for us? As someone who's a great feeler, who is highly intuitive, what I encourage you to do is take a moment to pause, to breathe, and just kind of remember who you are. Because the first step is awareness, recognizing that there's an energy in your space that doesn't belong to you. That's part of the reason it doesn't feel so good and why we take it personally, because it doesn't belong in our space. The second thing that I invite you to do right away is to ground, because when you're grounded, you're less likely to take on other people's energy or to catch their cold germs or mood germs, but you remember who you are. You stay strong and centered in your own energetic field, which leads into the last piece of this, because there's a slight difference, but still very, very big, between being empathic and compassionate. Often when we're empathic, what ends up happening is we take on other people's energy and feelings. That's why it feels so personal to us. We're feeling it. So it's not that we can just stop taking it personally. It goes beyond that. There's an energetic component. And the energetic piece that really fits into this is moving from empathy into compassion. When we move into compassion, we're not going to be running their energy and feeling their tummy aches and sore throats and backaches. But instead, we can offer love and understanding, and we can hold space. This is a third action step, hold space for them to heal. So the first thing you do is simply breathe. Make sure you're breathing, which sounds so silly and funny, but so often during the day we hold our breath or just breathe shallow breaths. When you breathe deeply, what you're essentially doing is calling your spirit home, which means, I'm aware, I'm alert. I'm going to remember who I am, and I'm going to know when someone else's energy is in my space. To help avoid picking up the energy, you ground. You imagine roots growing from the soles of your feet deep down into the earth. And then finally, to hold space for someone, to be compassionate. Hi, Lori, great to have you. This is a wonderful thing to do. The idea is that you become the container. You hold the space for them to have the experience. So for example, if a good friend is crying, so often we're geared to rush in and, oh, shh, pat them on the shoulders. Here's a tissue box. Everything's gonna be okay. Calm down, relax, shh. But you know what? When you are moving into a compassionate space, what you do is you say, oh, here are the tissues, and you're just silent. You let them have their say. You let them have that emotional release, not trying to hurry it or quiet. And the way to do this so that they know they're loved and they're heard is you imagine a beautiful column of light running through the core of your body, from the center of the heavens above, down through the head, the throat, the heart, the upper belly, between the legs to the center of the earth. And this allows you to really plug into universal compassion so that it's not your energy that's being drained. You're plugging into the universe, you're plugging into the earth. So 3 action steps that you can take today to become a more compassionate individual. So it's not about taking it personally, it's about moving from an empathic mode into compassionate. This way, your friends and your loved ones and the world around you, you can still have an open heart without the need to develop a thick turtle skin. And those are my puppies running around in the background. I don't know if you can hear them. They're having a lot of fun. It's wonderfully warm here. I'm going to turn my camera around because puppy play is so much fun. Oh, it's time to roughhouse, I guess. Spring fever is hit. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have an amazing day. I'd love to continue this conversation with you. So simply click the link above to enjoy more fun, more tips like this. And I will catch you on the flip side. Thanks for joining. Lots of love. Bye.